So DJ Mustard album drop, which we were supposed to review it, we just haven't got around to it. And looking at the numbers, essentially it flopped. Correct?
First week for sure. Yeah, 18K first week. Not looking like that good of a week to me.
So that's looking like a flop for somebody of his caliber, and the type of names he had on there should have been able to generate more than 18K in
and
1
what he
week.
came off of too, like off the whole pop out. You know, he's right now. I mean, shit, he's the most viral producer. I mean, you would think so. People are looking at him, but I don't think it translated. I don't think it translated over. That the pop out, it didn't translate over for him like I thought it would.
Right. And we're gonna get to that too, because we talked about the pop out, and I talked about the West Coast dropping the ball after the pop out. But as far as his album goes, I think he sees the numbers and he puts out a series of tweets saying album sales are a form of white supremacy. Let me fix the banner. I misspelled something. So I'm trying to figure out how that makes any sense. Like, what do you mean it's a form of white supremacy? Because you flop? Because I'm pretty sure if you did 1 million a week, you wouldn't have been saying that. You know what I'm saying? So what you think about what he said?
I think it's an excuse, man. I think that you know, in this instance, the album flop. I listened to it. I'm gonna be 100% honest. It just wasn't anything special. Like it doesn't, and I don't think that. And I'm not sure. I got to go back and look at his other projects, but I don't think he's historically even done good first week anyway. So I feel like just because of the pop out, people are kind of expecting him to, you know, have these crazy first week numbers and a crazy, you know, maybe first month. But I think in reality, he's probably doing what he's supposed to do. He's predominantly a West Coast, you know what I mean, producer. He makes West Coast beats. He collabs with other people as well, but I feel like that's predominantly what we know him for. And we've already had a discussion multiple times about the West Coast not necessarily, you know, their music and sounds not being able to transcend. So I feel like due to the pop out, there's an outrage. But in reality, he did what he was supposed to do numbers wise first week. I think it's just also him in his mind thinking it was supposed to be more too because of the pop out. But you know, I think reality is starting to set in a little bit.
Okay, somebody said he was trolling Akademiks. See, I don't follow Akademiks at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I had no idea.
Maybe because we're in the blogging space, we need to start keeping up with these other bloggers. But I'm gonna be honest, if I deem you as a goofy, I really don't pay attention or hold no merit to what you got to say, really. So I don't know what he would be trolling about. But I did see the tweets and I was confused. Like, what do you mean album sales are a form of white supremacy? Now, if you was taking the angle that, hey, we're in the streaming era now, artists are getting raped with the streams, you know what I'm saying? Like, we getting pennies on the dollar and they making billions of dollars on our streams. We got to get 1 million billion streams to even get a $10,000 check. That's a form of white supremacy because the whites are over the industry, the Jewish execs, they getting all the money. Then I could be like, okay, cool, bro. It's on some Da Vinci Code shit, putting hidden messages in the tweets. But it didn't make sense to me. So if he was trolling, then I guess so. But then is 18K a flop in the era of the streaming?
I don't think so. I mean, you have people like, you know, Drake and people who are doing fucking 200 first week. But like, again, I think for him, 18K is great. Like, you're a producer, you're a DJ, you know what I mean? Technically. So it's like, we're coming to you to hear a mix of people on an album. You get what I'm saying? So to even have 18K, I think it's not bad. But again, I think just due to the optics, he probably feels like, and other people feel like it's a flop. But I mean, what other DJ are we going to right now to go listen to a compilation album? Like, that's the only person I can really think of. Maybe a couple other that have been doing it in the most recent times, you know, that people are going to check for.
Nah, you're right about that because I really don't keep up with album sales in this era because there's no physical albums. Nobody's going out and actually purchasing your album. It's like, we got Apple Music, we got Spotify, we got all the streaming services. When your shit drop, we're gonna jump on there, click the song. If it's not hot in 30 seconds, we're gonna skip to the next. When you had that CD and that was your last $20 of the week and you wouldn't have bought that, guess what? You digested that back to back.
I was just talking to the homies about this. I was talking to some people, they didn't know what a B-side track was. And I had to break down how, like, when you listen to albums, that B-side is where you really, you know, learn the artist more, their direction of the album, stuff like that. And I feel like what you just said, when you got that CD, you know, you ended up liking the songs you didn't even like because you had to listen to everything to really, you know, get a feel of the album. Now with streaming, just like you said, you go 30 seconds, it's whatever. Or you even look at the track list. Oh, who this got on it? Oh, I don't fuck with bro. Okay, on to the next. You might never listen to the song. And so I think that's what it is. And I believe the sales are different, right? Like how many streams of an album make up one album sale, I think is different from CDs. So it could also be that with the digital era, it takes more to get one sale. So it could be that as well.
Yeah, I just feel like with the physical copies, you appreciated the music more because, like you said, even if I didn't like a song, the fact that I spent my money on this, I'm gonna go back and listen again to triple check if I liked it or not. Like, you know what? I probably didn't like it. Let me just be 100% sure. And a lot of songs you end up liking after the second or third listen. Like, oh, I missed that. I didn't catch that. I was asleep on this. But with the streaming, if it's not hot, I'm never streaming it again. It's over with. It ain't no double back on it. So that could have some type of effect. But even with this album, a lot of it sounded the same. Like every song was damn near like a turn-up song. And I'm like, okay, where's the variety? Where's the, the creativity? Every song was a party pop-out song, minus a few. My favorite song on there was probably Kodak Black shit, because I just relate to Kodak Black more and what he be talking about, his subject matter. So his was a little more hit home for me. It was another one with Roddy Ricch that was hot too.
I like that one too. Yeah, that one was cold. But the other ones, like the ones with Quavo, he's had a few songs with Quavo. It just sounds too mainstream radio-ish for me, if that makes sense. It's like,
yeah,
I just feel like it's so generic of a sound that he does with some of these artists that he continuously collabs with, that it's like I already heard this song, whatever that shit is. All the bad bitches on her, 10, all them other songs he's had with those people. I've already kind of heard that song over and over again. So it's just again, like you said, it's not a bad album, but I don't think it's the best thing ever. I think again with the pop out, I expected much more. I thought he was coming with more of a I thought he was gonna get on in a rap or do some crazy shit. I didn't know what to expect, but ultimately it was the same shit we've heard the last tape. So
nah, for sure. And he had the track he did at the end when he was thanking everybody. I actually liked that track. I think that was dope. The beat was dope. That was the switch up I was looking for. But again, it was like turn up after turn up after turn up. By the fifth song in, you like, damn, I just heard this for 5 songs. Like, I remember mixtapes, there was really no standard for your song. You hit the album, because this was like a compilation album. You hit the artist, they send you whatever they send you. If it's hot, they put it on it. So whatever zone that artist was in, that compilation album would take you up, down, up, down, up, down, as far as emotionally with the music. This shit is just like up, 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 and that's it. If you're not in the party mood, you really can't play it. Like if you want some introspective type shit, or you want some shit to pull you out of a slump, you feeling depressed, you want to, like anything, there was none of that on there. It just was all, let's put the hottest single we could put out to get the most streams. And unfortunately, that's where the music industry is now.
That's kind of how another DJ Khaled, does his albums as well. It's just he gets a lot of people that look good on paper, and then it doesn't. I'm not gonna say it doesn't turn out the best, but it just sounds too generic for me. I like the Pressured Up with Vince Staples and Schoolboy Q. I thought that one was cool too. But even that, right? I expected to hear those two on a song together, and for it to be more of an introspective song, maybe, and that also shocked me as well. So. Overall, it just was the same shit I've heard from him, bro. Like for the last 15 years, it was really nothing different.
Yeah, I think he might gotta go. I don't want to say reinvent his sound, but add a little more depth to his sound, because I feel like Not Like Us is like the pinnacle, but we pretty much know when a Monster beat come on, you know what to expect. It's no surprise. Like Kanye, he can go from A to Z. Just Blaze, he was going from A to Z. Primo, like DJ Premier, like you got these alchemists, you got guys. Their catalog is extensive, and they could go from A to Z. I think when you get a Mustard beat, you just looking for turn up. You're not looking for nothing else. You know what I'm saying?
No, facts. You know exactly where it's going to be, and that's the problem we keep talking about with LA. Is like we're kind of in this box, or the West Coast in this box of certain sounds, and we don't really transcend. Like the only people I've really seen Mustard work with that's not West Coast was the Migos and them, and then you had what was his name, Travis Scott. He had a couple songs with him. So besides that, it's like I don't see him trying to push the envelope, and we've already seen him do that. So to come back and do it again and again and again, it's like. you just giving us mid at this point and just expecting us to fuck with it because you mustard. And I don't think that's what niggas is gonna do.
Nah, facts. And this is also why I was saying, like, damn, West Coast dropping the ball after the pop out, because this was the time and this was the album that you were supposed to be displaying the new up and coming artists on the West Coast.
Yeah.
You went and got the hottest artist in the game that we done heard a billion times. You're a West Coast producer, fresh off the pop out, fresh off the victory with Kendrick. You produced the song, one of the biggest song, the biggest song in hip hop history, according to the streams. Where it was the West Coast on this album, other than Roddy Ricch, he's already established. Ben Staples, that was cool. Schoolboy Q, he's home team. But other than that, there was none of these people that was at the pop out on this damn album. It would have been better to have, like you said, go back to A side, B side. Okay, you went and got the biggest artist, B side. Here goes the up and comers. Here's what we got. Here goes the new heat on the West. There was none of that. No showcasing nobody. And I feel like they dropped the ball again with that, because this was the opportunity to put all them dudes in the limelight. Everybody that's buzzing out here, the Blue Bloods clans, the Meet the Whoops, like all these guys that everybody's naming week after week. Where are they? You didn't put them on the album.
Fact. You can see me, right? Or you can't.
Yeah, we can see you.
Okay. Because I'm looking at the album right now, just the track list, and that's facts. What you said, like we've already had. I mean, there's no. I expected exactly Meet the Whoops, 310 Baby. I thought might be on here because he a young cat that's doing it good. He could have had Rimble. He could have had. I mean, a lot of different people that are up and coming in LA that he didn't have. He's had the same people: Roddy, Travis. Who else we got? Ty Dolla $ign, which is cool. But it's overall it's the same.
Excuse me, he had Blue Bloods Clan on there, so let me take that back. It's just
he did with Yachty, huh? He did with
Yachty. It's a song with Yachty. I might have skipped it before it got to Blue Bloods, so maybe that's why I didn't. Yachty is kind of I'm not getting with. I can't rock with Yachty.
And they got songs together already as well. I think they got 1 or 2 songs together, Yachty and the Blue Bloods. You know,
put Baby Stone Gorillas on Pray For Me. Oh, in the video. I mean, on the album though, like just showcasing their rap skills. Fuck the video, because we ain't really watching videos like that. Ain't no BET, ain't no MTV. Like unless you go on YouTube, look up. You know what I'm saying? That's a cameo. We want to hear them displaying their rap skills. And what was wild to me, there's no Kendrick.
Yeah, but you know what Kendrick ain't on here. What he said in his thing, and so that's how you know the song, Not Like Us. It was just he just fucked the beat and he took it, because Mustard was saying on an interview that he had sent Kendrick hundreds of beats. He was just sending them every day. And then finally he hit him back like, oh, this cold. And then the song was just there. So I feel like, and you know, if you listen to Kendrick's music, it don't really line up with Mustard's beats at all. Like that's some shit that me personally, I was kind of like, oh shit, okay. Like this is something that I've never really heard Kendrick do, this sound, even though he's from LA. So I mean, him not on the album is not surprising due to the differences in sound. It's only surprising to me again because of the pop out. So it's like we should have low key been on there. I've seen rumors of people thinking 7 to 7 or something like that was going to be a Kendrick song, but it turned out not being that. So I think it's just a difference in sound.
I think Kendrick would have been good on Pray For Me. Like, fuck it, throw him on there and let him, you feel me, talk his shit at the end of the album. Like he's overlooking the West Coast. He done let all the young talent come out, and then boom, the King of the West speaks and ends the album out. I think that would have been doper. You feel me? But I don't know. I'm just looking at the features on here. Like you got Yachty, you got Quavo, you got Future, you got who else? You got Kodak, you got Young Thug and Lil Durk. Like, where's the West Coast? You're a West Coast DJ. Where is the West?
I get it. Like, I feel like maybe, and I'm speaking for bro. I don't know if actually how you felt, but I kind of see how maybe he was trying to. It looks good on paper. These are artists that are super mainstream. They're buzzing. And he kind of got like Blue Bucks. They're really big in the city, right? Like I think they're one of the bigger acts. Ty Dolla $ign, one of the bigger acts. So I think he just went big. But again, after that pop out, we are expecting some more organic, homegrown shit that we just did not receive. This is the same shit that he did last album or whatever that was. I'm telling you, it's really no difference.
Yeah, and this is the problem with the West Coast, bro. We get a buzz, the ball's rolling, and what do? We go to every other region except home team, except the backyard.